we've looked at the forward and backward aspects of Peng, and we've looked at the up and down aspect of Peng. And what we're going to look at is the left and right sides. So in Tai Chi and Qigong, you get the 6 directions. And so we've looked at 4 of them. We're going to look at the final 2 in this particular, as you can apply it to Zhan Zhuang. So feet are comfortable with. We're not going to, for the moment, we're not going to bend the knees. But we will in a second. We have to for what's going to come. I say you have to. You could do it with straight legs, but it's actually not as good. So when you're here, what we're going to do is get the hands up into position. So you just relax your shoulders. First of all, align your shoulders. Lift up, pull back, down, and align. Now, this is what I'm going to look at next week about the method of lifting the arms up. I'm going to take another look at this. But for the moment, just lift your hands up ahead of you. Don't stretch very far. Just lift up ahead of you. We've got a feeling of someone pushing on the wrists. We've got a feeling of someone pushing on our backs. So the person pushing on my wrists is actually pushing me backwards. The person pushing on my back is pushing me forwards. So I want to feel as though someone's there, pushing here, pushing on my back, but I'm not letting them push me, but I'm not moving. I'm completely relaxed. Okay, then we've got the up and down thing that we've looked at. So what you do is you settle your bum, let it drop and relax, let your pelvis relax, let the small of your back relax as much as you can, which is incidentally one of the reasons why bending the knees is good. And you just get your head in the right position. So in other words, if you feel weightless or you're supporting a heavy object on top of your head. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to lift the pubic bone up towards your tummy button at the front without bending your legs. Lift the pubic bone up towards your tummy button, and now sit down. Keep lifting the pubic bone up to get the sit down to happen. Okay, so I'll deal with that again at another point, the sitting down process. But for the moment, what we've got is someone is standing behind you or in front of you, and they're trying to squeeze your knees together like this. But you don't want it to happen. So all you do is you provide a reciprocal pressure outwards on the knees, but you're not trying to push outwards. You're just not letting them push you inwards. So there's a feeling of awareness of the outsides of the knees here and the thighs and the calves. Yeah. Okay, well, we have the same on the elbows. Someone's got a hand on each of your elbows and they're trying to do that to your arms. Well, you just do reciprocal pressure on the going, but in other words, you don't let that happen. It's not exactly, you're not trying to do that. You're simply not letting them do that. That's all it is. So then we have the left and right. We have a feeling of Peng, an expansion on the left and right of the body. Now, you can do the same with your hips here, by the way. You feel, I'm going to leave your hands where they are. I'm going to lower mine for a second. So here, you feel like your pelvis is expanding left and right. Now, when that happens, what happens is the middle of your pelvis opens out. Well, that's what we want to happen. We want a feeling of expansion within the structure of the pelvis. So in order to do that, you have to release your back, you have to relax the pelvis, you have to open it, and you have to relax the temporomandibular joints, that's up in your jaw, the sacroiliac joints, which join the pelvis to the middle of your back here, the sacrum. So we have to just let go in that area. And we looked at this a bit last time. So that's the position that you now hold for as long as you like. So classes I've been in, we've held it for 20 minutes at the start of a class and then carried on with whatever we were going to do in the class, you know, Tai Chi or Qigong or whatever. So this is the principle behind the actual standing posture. Now, ideally, your arms do not get tired or your legs don't get tired either. And you get a message basically telling you what's working if you are uncomfortable and what's not working. Yeah, so if it's not hurting, it's comfortable. you've got a nice, what you would call a nice energetic flow taking place within the body. If you've got any pain or tension or discomfort anywhere in your body, that is where things are not working correctly. So it's a bit like, you know, energy is water. Let's go for water. It's traveling down your pipeline and it reaches the third up place on the pipe. Yeah. So pressure is going to build up more at that point. So this is your body. You know, it's just like your body is just the same idea. You want to be completely relaxed in the body, completely soft, and you need everything just to open within the body so the pipe system is working brilliantly and you won't have discomfort. So any discomfort is a tool to tell you where you are holding residual tension and where you need to work on. So let's say you've got a shoulder problem at the moment. So relax the muscles. Where it's painful, relax, because the chances are you've gone tense there. So now soften. Let your shoulder blades drop more. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe your neck's a bit tense. Release it. Let your shoulder blades drop. Feel like your bum's dropping a little bit more. Because the neck problem is going to be a base of spine problem as well. So if you're tense in the neck, you're going to be tensing around your kidney area in the middle of your spine. You need to make the two ends of the spine talk. Make them talk together. One's problem with one, problem with the other. Release one, it'll probably help release the other. So go through your body, scan it. Where have you got discomfort? Is your chest relaxed? Is the breastbone relaxed? You know, you have to just go around each part of your body and look for where you may not be relaxing. Very slowly lower your arms. Not very far. We're going down to about 45 degrees. Okay, so maybe that makes your hands tingle a little bit more because this is a position for storage of energy rather than collection of energy. Upper one, which we were in, more to do with generating energy. This one is to do with bringing it back to Dantian. Now then, when you lowered the hands, now they're down, this bit, let it settle. And be a little bit aware of below your tummy button, about 1.5 inches below your tummy button, and about 1/3 of the way into your body. What are you doing with your neck? Check it. Are you tensing between the buttocks? Allow the feeling of the pelvis to undo and widen. Now this will affect your lower spine, which will affect your neck. When your neck is released, your shoulder blades drop more easily and your arms get into position more easily. The whole thing is very integrated. You let go one bit, it has a knock-on effect somewhere else, and you can work on that, which will have a knock-on effect somewhere else, and you work on that, and so on and so forth. So we're very much looking internally. Sure, you can just jump into this position, hold it, put a timer on, and see how long you can hold it for, and it's a sort of physical challenge. But that's not really what we're about here. What we're about is looking inside ourselves and trying to release internally all the time so that all the wiring system, all the plumbing system undoes and everything flows more freely. And just lower your arms very slowly. Straighten your legs. Put your weight on one leg and put your backs of your hands on your kidneys and then just lift the leg up, bend the knee and put it down. And 2. So it just opens up the quads a little bit, you know, which may have frozen solid, possibly. They shouldn't do, but they may have done. 3, 4, 6, couple more, 7, and 8. Good. So the whole thing is about just rooting you, grounding you, at the same time releasing you. A lot of theories about, earth, heaven, person in the middle. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Us being the connection between here and here. And in order to allow energy to pass through you, you need to completely relax. You need to open your pipe system so you become part of this energetic transfer between the two. So I'm not going to go into that particularly, but there's a lot of theory about this, and it's the sort of side of things you can read up about quite easily.